Good morning, class. We talked about rigid transformations yesterday, and you guys did very good work with the reflections. So today I want us to talk about translations. If you have any questions about yesterday's homework or today's homework, please always send me an email or private comment, or however you can get to me so that we can help each other out. I'll be on the call during class time, so you can also join and ask questions. So today I want us to quickly talk about translations. And a translation is simply a transformation which slides or moves the object. This is a slide or movement of the object. The object does not change its shape, it does not change its size, it does not change its orientation, or it is not turned. It's simply moved from one position to another position. So like this star is moved from that position to that position, and this pig is moved from that position to that position. Now, when you're dealing with translations, what's special about translations is that, because we're going to consider one specific point on the object, right? One specific point that has an x value and a y value. So let me put some coordinates on this. Let's pretend that this is my y-axis, right? And let's also pretend that this is my x-axis, right? So if that's my x-axis and y-axis, I hope you can see that the position of this point, this one point that we're dealing with, its position is, the x value is 1 unit. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 1 unit. And the y value, the y position is 1, 2, 3, 4. So x value is 1, y value is 4. Let's see what happens to its image, because this will be its image, right? This will be the image, and in mathematics we use these apostrophes or prime symbols. We call them prime to represent the image. So it's just read x prime, y prime. Its image is that the x value is 6. Hope you can see the x value is 6, and the y value is 2, right? The y value is 2. So if we can figure out mathematically what's happening to these coordinates, what's happening to the 1 to give us a 6, and what's happening to the 4 to give us a 2, then we will have, solved or debunked or cracked the code of translations. If you look at this 1 and this 5, I hope you can all see that this point was moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units to the right to get to this point, right? So it's as if somebody added 5 to the x value, right? And it's as if this 4 to get to 2, somebody subtracted 2 to get the y value. So this is the basics of translations. The same thing happens to each of the coordinates, and it's simply an addition or a subtraction of something from the x value and the y value. Now generally in general mathematics, this representation, because the numbers that we're using here are 5 and -2, right? These numbers, the 5 is added to the x value, and the -2 is added to the y value. In mathematics, this is represented as something called a vector, right? A vector. When we just write it as 5 and -2, it's called a translation vector. So every time you see something like this, it's a translation vector. It's simply telling you, move the object 5 units to the right and move the object 2 units down. Obviously, this translation vector can look in so many different ways. It can look different. Let me show you an example in the next screen. If we take out this image thingy, how do I take it out? Okay, just pretend you don't see it. if this is our object, right, and we want to translate it through the vector x is 5, y is -3, this means move it 5 units to the right, move it 3 units down. So I'll go and move each of these points on this object 5 units to the right and 3 units down. Let me show you what that looks like on your homework, because I don't feel like doing all these 6 or 10 points. Let's see what it looks like on your homework. So you'll have shapes like this that are friendly and easy, and all you have to do is move it. The top number is the x movement, and the bottom number is the y movement. So you're moving it 3 units to the right. If it is positive, it's to the right for x, and if it is positive, it is upwards for y. If it's negative, it's downwards. So you're moving this object 3 units to the right and 5 units upwards. So I'll just start with this point, for example. 3 units to the right is 1, 2, 3. 5 units up is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the point is there. And then I'll go to this point, 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 5 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'll go to this one, 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 5 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now some of you are pros at this, so by the time you have, I think all of us can figure this out. By the time you have these 3 points, you can kind of figure out what the rest of the object will look like. I hope you guys can see the rest of the object will look something like, the rest of the image will look something like that. So then you check your answer. So this is how we do translations. This is how we move an object. So I hope you can see that this object, you can say it has been moved to the right and up, or you can say it has moved up and to the right. That simply is what translations are all about. So as usual, I want you guys to do the rest of these questions. Do all of them, do the rest of all of these questions, and then don't forget to submit screenshots of your work. That's it for today. Bye.